cloud. 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Easy Workshop. Yay! So I'm going to start off on the Easy 2, and I'm going to play a big song. I'm going to use the Standards Full Band, Frank and the Count. Here we go. Yay! Isn't that great?
Well done. Good job.
Hey. So I'm going to start off with just turning it on. So when you first start, most of the people started with a single keyboard instrument. And there's an easy one. There's an easy 2, which this one's the easy 2. And then there's also the Discovery 3 SD. Some people have that. When you first turn it on, you get the grand piano sound. You get the grand piano sound, and on the Easy 2, there's a sustain pedal and the kick switch. So it'll hold it down here in the volume. So if you want to ever play like a piano, or you have a grandchild come over and want to play it like a piano, you got the piano with touch and sustain. Isn't that great? Next thing, right here in the center, right below the screen, there's a button that says Style Setup. It's lit yellow. It's ready to go. It's going to set up everything I need, and it's always on when you turn it on. Style Setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the left, talk about the styles. So we have 6 style buttons: the standards, the smooth, the rock, country, Latin, and 3/4, which is the waltz. So I have 6 style buttons. Easy 1 has 6 style buttons. But I have 3 variations. Now this was a neat thing that they came up with, so you can figure out which rhythm you'd like to have. You have 3 different variations over here in the performer. You got the full band, the pianist, and the guitarist. Sometimes you want a big band like I just used, a full band, drums and fill-ins and everything, like a lot of people. And it shows a little picture of a lot of people playing. So if I go to like smooth full band, it's going to be big. So that was your smooth full band. If I go to smooth pianist, a lot of people said, oh, I want to play the piano. And now you can with the pianist. With the pianist, it doesn't have any drums, and it's very simple, just a really great piano player backing you up. Piano. Then if I take that same smooth and I put it with the guitarist, now I've got just a guitar player backing me up. So that's the guitarist. So if I have 6 style buttons times 3, I have 18 rhythms. On the easy one, you have 12 because you have 6 full band and 6 pianist. On the Discovery 3, you have 8 rhythms, 8 styles. So let's have some fun. Let's say I wanted to do country full band. I want a Hank Williams style country. Now, when I say fill-in, when a rhythm has drums, bass, and fill-ins, it's like a real band. Fiddle players doing a fill-in here and there, piano player, or a steel guitar. And they come in here and there. And that's what's great about it. And they come in the right spot. Watch this. Neat. So that's a full band. It has fill-ins coming in. So if I wanted to do something simpler like 3/4 pianist, and I wanted to do some hymns or maybe country waltz, I'm going to use 3/4 pianist. Isn't that great? So that was the pianist. Now I want to do something with the guitar, and I'm going to use rock guitarist. Now this one's pretty fancy. It's your rock 50 swing rock. I'm going to do some Elvis and Bill Haley and the Comet. So isn't that neat? Now, the full band rhythms, I said, give you drums and fill-ins and stuff. Now, the pianist and the guitarist ones, they don't have any drums, but you can add them if you want. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. And watch this. So what I could do is I could hold my drum volume. It's right next to the tempo, and then it's going to add some drums. So something extra you can do is you can add some drums. Make them bigger. Yeah, isn't that great? Add some drums. Each one you can do that, pianist and guitarist. You just got to hold the volume up top and it goes up. So you have 18 styles. Another thing I want to show you is the fill button. It's a red button right here next to the start stop. And each rhythm has a fill. Now, the fill, when you hit it, it'll last only a little bit and then it'll go off. If you hold it, you'll get more extra fill. Sometimes you have 2 to 3 different parts on fill. I don't know if you tried this yet. Watch this. Let's say I put on standards full band, and I just tap it, and I'll get a little bit. Okay, now watch when I hold it. Yeah, so I had 2 different parts there. Watch when I do the country guitarist. I love this fill. Another one? I'm going to hold it. It's like a whole song. Now I'm going to play a song. I hit the ending. Isn't that great? So use your pointer of your left hand to hit the fill. With the practice where it is. So each rhythm has fill, and there's more than one. There's 2 to 3 parts of the fill. Now I'm going to come over this side. Let's see. Now I'm going to just change the camera here. Okay. So over here I have the sounds. I have organ. Piano. The guitars, and the strings. And then I have more, 16 more sounds. And you have to scroll. I like to learn a song for each one. Okay. So over here, oh, yeah. So we have the 5 different buttons. Now the style setup sets them up for you, but if you have it for a while, you want to start pushing buttons, you can actually put 2 together if you want. You can hold one and click another one. Let's say I want piano and strings. I could put piano and then strings. Or piano and guitar. Push them together. You can make some really cool sounds. Put them together. Strings and choir. Isn't that neat? So, but if you don't know how to do that, you just let the style setup do it. But let's do one. Let's do this. I'm going to put on the country guitarist, and I'm going to come over to strings and go get the violin. And I'm going to add one more neat feature, the duet. Duet will play 2 notes while you play one. Here we go. I got a Nashville fiddle sound. Okay, any questions? Because I'm going to move on to the next one. So give me a chance. I'm going to move the camera.
I don't see any questions, Cary. You've taught them so well, they have no questions.
So now we're going to do the easy 4. Yay! There we go. Okay. So now I have the 2 keyboards. And I have now 8 style buttons with the full band pianist and guitarist. Now the new ones, the traditional full band, I'm going to use that. That's the march and polka. So now, I don't know if you know, on your instrument you have a sound on the upper keyboard, and then you got a sound starting over here by this G right here. So you got 2 sounds already automatically, and that's from the style setup. So when I push the traditional, I got the accordion, and then the trumpet. Okay, so that happens for each rhythm. So if I go to the standards, now I've got the same sound I had on the easy 2, and then I have a piano on the lower. So if I did the New York, I'll do it with the piano and then the trombone. Okay, so I'm going to do traditional with the guitarist. Anybody like lounge music or jazz or anything? Watch this. This is good for George on My Mind or Misty or just watch this is great. Satin Doll. I like that stuff. Or watch this. This is really pretty. The gospel guitarist. Great for the God Bless the USA or If, the song If, or Puff the Magic Dragon. Just a pretty acoustic guitar. Isn't that great? So we have the traditional and the gospel. I find my favorites. That's the idea. Then choices. You go with, try them out. Now I wanted to show you a neat feature I learned a lot about the Easy 4 from is the song setup. Because when people get instruments, they learn to play, but then they don't know what song goes with what rhythm. So they made song setup, and this has 100. So it's right here near the screen. I hit it, song setup, and has a list, 100 songs in alphabetical order. And what's great is you scroll through the list. Let's say it says Alley Cat. I want to play Alley Cat. All I got to do is press select, and it sets up the entire instrument to play Alley Cat. And it gives me the honky-tonk piano and the cat. Watch. Isn't that neat? Here we go. Yay, isn't that great? This was the sound that my cat Bootsy made before he bit me. Okay, so song setup. Oh my gosh, look, Aloha. I want to do the Hawaiian. It even has the Hawaiian. All I got to do is press select on Aloha, and I get the Hawaiian. So I got to talk about the kick switch, the glide. Now the glide, you have to work on if you want to get it down pat. And what you're doing is, it's on the left kick switch. And what you're doing is you're bending the note and then you're letting it go. And it really makes the Hawaiian or the twang. Here we go. I'm going to demonstrate it. I hit the note and bend it. See my leg? So here it is with the glide. Well, before you know, it's going to be Christmas time, and I got a great pipe organ sound for like "Oh Come All You Faithful." I'm going to go in a song setup in here. Bridal Chorus, Wedding March. And it's perfect. It has the pipe organ and the big chimes. And even use that for Phantom of the Opera. So what's really great is using the on Easy 4, using the song setup feature. Press song setup. I'm going to go to Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom. Now, the marimba that was on the upper repeats itself. Isn't that great? So to keep it easy, if you just use the styles and let the styles set it up, it'll give you two sounds. So let's say I did like country. Now I got the guitar, right? But now I get a harmonica. Oh, wait, harmonica. Or a piano. So it gives me two sounds that are appropriate. Now if I go through the song setup, they'll give me different sounds, maybe better ones. Like if I go to Hey Good Lookin', it'll pick this country sound. Watch this. And it gave me a honky-tonk piano. And I gotta talk about the other kick switch on the right, on the volume pedal, is the fill on the right. So instead of having to use my finger, I can kick a kick switch. So I'm going to demonstrate that with the march. See that? So that I can just kick my kick switch. And then I don't have I can use my finger, but I can just use my foot. Yay, the fill. So I got 2 kick switches on the volume pedal. The one on the right is the one that's used the most as the fill. So we got 100 song setups, which will set up the rhythm and my 2 sounds. And if you look at your song setup list, even if you don't have those, they're made up of polkas, marches, Latin, country, some hymns and Christmas songs, and easy listening. And you just maybe find one that matches. Like I go in here and I go to Michael Row the Boat Ashore, and it's a great acoustic guitar one. And I use that for Blowing in the Wind. Be creative and just go through your song setup and just listen to each one, see what it sets up. That's what I do. I like to go through there, like Mood Indigo. It's a Duke Ellington sound. I use that for Glenn Miller too. Okay, next feature I want to talk about is the Transposer, and I use the Transposer. It's in the feature button, and I use it to go up or down in pitch to make it deeper or adjust it higher. I'm going to go down a few steps for the song. Go on and on about the Easy 4, but I've got to move on to the next one, the Easy 10.
While you're doing that, Cary, I had a student, one of the classes that had the Easy, that asked about the transposers. What are some ideal things to use the transposer for? Do you use it just to bring it down to a different key, or is it for
Glad you asked.
singing?
I talk about this a lot. Okay, here we go. So the Transposer, let's see. There we go. The Transposer, we originally used it to go up during a song for excitement. That's the #1 use first, and I'll show that with the Broadway rhythm. You can transpose up, and it just creates such excitement. And I watched for concerts for years, people doing that, and it was like, yeah, you just keep going up. And the crowd's going, yay. So that was the first use, is going up. You go through the song and you go up a notch, and then you do the song again. It's the American Idol and all those shows do it all the time at a certain spot, dun, 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 and they go up. The next use of the transposer is to get...
Hold on, we have someone raising their hand, literally
Oh, good.
raising their hand. Not just, Lauren, is that you raising your hand?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You're
On
lucky I
that
saw
tran-
you. We're
Yeah,
going to
well,
have to teach you how to use the little raise hand feature because I just happen to
I'm
be
trying to
looking.
find it, but I never can find it.
It is, Joni, where is the raise hand? It's when you click chat, I believe, or participants.
Really? Okay.
Click
Mhm.
participants and there
Anyway.
should be an option. You see it there?
Well, let's see. On chat,
Uh-huh.
no, I don't see anything on chat. Oh, wait. Chat came up with a blank screen. I don't think that's right.
Okay,
So-
well, we'll figure it out some other time, but that's all right. Go with your question.
Okay, on the transpose, on the easy 10, it's half steps. So
Yes,
you were doing was one half step?
at a time, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
but-
didn't know whether you had to walk up 3 or 4.
Oh, we can't do that, but singers do that. Well, you can do it, but not on this organ. Sorry.
Just,
But we're going up a half a step. Like Celine Dion, she goes up 4 to 5 steps. But we go up a half a step.
okay.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the beginning, from a whole different key. Now, as I was doing this workshop, I'm assuming everybody's pretty much a beginner and maybe just got their organ or haven't had it that long. So I didn't show like the advanced stuff, but anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a saxophone and I'm going to put it in E flat because that's what key of saxophone, a lot of them are, E flat. So I'm going to play it in C, and I'm going to go right away up to E flat and listen to the difference. Great. So I was in C. It sounds okay, but when I'm in E flat, E flat, yay! Or if I take the clarinet and I go to B flat. There we go. I played the clarinet in school band. So, but I know some people that bring their organ right away to B flat because they want a deeper tone, or A. You can use the transposer for that. The next use of the transposer is someone is going to come over and sing, and you start playing, and they're like, oh, that's not my key. I sing in B flat. You're like, oh, okay. And you just set the transposer. Or you just match to where they are. Then we go, oh, I can't reach that. Well, okay. And you drop it down a few steps. Or someone brings over an instrument. You can match to them. Or another use is if you pull up your iPad, you've got a song, an easy play, and then you pull up your iPad and you're listening to the original and you're like, wait, this doesn't match up. You can use your transposer. That's the hardest thing, but it'll develop your ear if you try to find it. I found it. It's exciting when you find it, and then you mark it down, and you can play in the original key, even though your song's in C. So a lot of uses for the transposer. So let's see. Now, on this Easy 10, I got the weighted keys. There's metal weights in each one, and it's better for dexterity. There's a little bit of a resistance. And they found that it develops the fingers better. And then I have the light up letters. Yay. and I have the setups. So what I'm going to do is play a song, and instead of coming over here like I was going to start showing is pressing buttons and clicking and stuff, I don't have to do anything. All I got to do is pick a style and then I have 6 sounds on the upper and then 6 on the lower. So I got 12 sounds automatically set up per rhythm. So here we go. And it even tells me what I'm getting in the screen. That's this one. I'm going to do Ballad. Now, when you have the songs like Hallelujah or A Memory from Cats, they're 6/8. Now, it turns out all the ballads are 6/8. 6/8 rhythm. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the ballad. But this one, the full band, it's 6/8, but it does an arpeggio. An arpeggio is when a chord, instead of played together, is rolled. That's an arpeggio. Here we go. Yay, wonderful world, arpeggio. So did you see I used the setups and I created arrangement. So what you're going to do is you look at your songs and see where the song, every few measures where it changes. Well, you can go to the upper or the lower. So let's say I did another song and I did use my setups and made an arrangement. So I'm going to go to, let's see. I'm going to go to smooth and look through my sounds. I got a flute, organ, full orchestra, guitar, piano. So I'll put together an arrangement with my setups. And all I got to do is just mark in my song where I want to, what number I'm going to press. I want to show you a really neat one. Look at this, pop full band. Now I just want to show you, and you know, in music, a bass player hits a bass note, and then usually a strum comes after that, like in country. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. But this one, they hit together at the same time. Isn't it great? As I found some songs that go with it. Yay! So with the styles, and then you have your setups, you can make an arrangement. That's the thing, what you want to do. Like on the 2, you can go up. On the 4, you can go on the upper and lower. Well, here I can just press a setup. And like if I go to this one, I'm going to do Liberace, Candelabra Piano. And I'm going to use a new feature in the harmony called Octave Duet. And I'm going to sound like Liberace with a big sound. I'm going to use the piano, Society Piano with Octave Duet. Check this out. Now, to make it more dramatic, a classical trained person, it's just the way they look, and I'll demonstrate how to do that. You don't want to stay stiff. Here's being stiff. This is what you want to do. Ready? Here we go.
It sounded better too by
You'll
doing
sound
it
better.
that way.
Yeah. Watch this. Ready? That's the big grand piano society with the octave duet harmony. You can sound like that. So those are some of the tips and tricks I like to do. Let's see. And then one last finale is my train. So I'm going to use the Broadway guitarist, the train. I'm going to use everything. I'm going to use my glide. I'm going to use my kick switch. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot one more thing. I could put my glide on my bass pedals. I'm going to go into feature and put my glide on my bass pedals. Yes. There it is. There we go. So I got my glide on my bass pedal, so I can definitely get my twang when I want it. I can do my fill. I've got my fiddles, my country guitars, everything. Here we go. Hope you enjoyed it.
All
Hey,
right. Let's
isn't that
give
great?
let's give a big round of
Very good,
applause
Cary.
to
Very good,
Cary.
Cary.
Shout out.
Very good, yeah.
Very
Very
good,
good,
Cary.
Cary. Excellent job.
Good thing for those
Okay,
waiting feet.
Cary. Hey, all right.
Great job, Cary. Well, Cary, guess what?
What?
You have to play one more number here after I do a quick announcement.
Is it
Oh,
Microsoft?
okay. I got
I'll give you a couple minutes to figure that
Yeah,
out.
as teams,
It's gonna be a short little. It's got to be a farewell song. It's gonna be something real short, but real quick, folks.
as
Let
teams,
me
Cisco has WebEx.
just
Those
real
ones called
quick, a
Blue
couple
Jeans,
quick
GoToMeeting.
announcements for you. We have some cool things on the horizon. In a few days, actually, no, next week, we're going to have what's called Member Appreciation Days. And we have some really fun things happening next week. So stay tuned in for some of the emails. We have this Friday Zoom musical. We have a performer actually that a lot of Arizonans know. He's been affiliated with us for quite some time, and he's going to be our featured Zoom musical. And he actually has his name is Dave Muth, and he is just a lot of people that know Dave have heard him play. He's just a talent in its own. He's kind of he's in his own little world as far as skill, talent, and what have you. So we're in for a treat for that. Last but not least, all of the events are being posted on the website. So get in the habit of checking out the website. By November, basically all the ways to get to the Zoom classes, we're going to have all of the links for every class, whether it's on a company calendar or your individual store's calendar. There's going to be ways to doing that. We'll teach you all how to do that as we go. But I just start poking around. Go to FletcherMusic.com, and what you'll notice is, as an example, I'll do a quick little screen share here before we turn it over to Cary. But here's a snapshot of the website. You can go here to view the schedule, and it has all of the variety classes. It has the product feature classes that we have. And when you open them up, it tells you which one it is, and it tells you the models that it's geared for. And then pretty soon, in the next week or two, you'll actually be able to see your individual stores. So, for example, once we get the individual things that Port Charlotte or Clearwater or Osprey is going to do, their calendar will have their individual store events posted. And so just get in the habit of checking out the website, because that's where we're gonna make sure that you always have that information, besides the email update. So as time goes on, I'm gonna do a little bit less and less with the emails for the links. They'll be right there on the website. But stay tuned in, because we got a lot of cool things. Member Appreciation Days next week. We're gonna have 3 artists hosted by John Riley. We're going to have an evening performance with Joe Fontesha playing on a Lowry that we've never featured ever in the history at Fletcher Music Centers, ever in concert. And by doing it on Zoom, we're able to pull that off. And then we're going to have some of our very own students playing. They're going to have their own Zoom musical from the various stores. So it's going to be a fun week. But with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Cary. Cary, why don't you go and unmute yourself there? And he'll finish off with a quick little number as part of our, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to use everything here.
Ooh.
I'm going to, okay, so I'm using the rock music, rock full band, but I'm going to do Phantom of the Opera. I'm going to use the pipe organ. I transpose down a few steps. So I'm going to build, and I'm going to do the pipe organ, and then I'm going to do strings and go to a few of these presets.
Big round of
All
applause for
right.
Mr. Cary Price, everybody.
Woohoo!
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
having me.
joining in. We hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed today's Easy Series product feature class with Cary Price, everybody.
Thank you, Cary. Thank you.
Welcome.